Hello, Jack of all trades. Hello, Ebola. Martin, thank you for joining. How is everybody doing? 1400, let's go. Is that your time? Is it 2 in the afternoon? Hello, an innkeeper. Hey, Fuzz. What's up, people? Ah, that's nice. Well, it's 8 in the evening here. Don't forget to like, people. That helps the algorithm, especially in the start. Would be nice, would be nice. So, Rita is getting a new nest. And large gypsum has one. So we got to get to work. How is everybody doing today? How are all the ants doing? Anchorage, Alaska. Welcome, Marcus. That's a long way from here. I'm from the Netherlands, so nicely tucked in the middle of Europe. Hey, Xeno, what's up? For my ant week did not go as planned. I had a lot of plans, and then I became sick. Hello, Tam. Welcome. Medication seems to help a little. I'm on some heavy antibiotics. How are the ants doing? Well, pretty good. Some of them need an update. As I said before, and today we're going to do Rita. Some of the others I wanted to do, but didn't have the time because I was in bed, sick. Okay, that's awesome. I was going to ask where you're located. Glad I was able to catch you live. Love watching. Thank you. Hello, Victor. Do I know about Ants Canada? I know about Ecosystem Philippines. Yes. Is it considered Holland? Well, that's a big mistake. 2 provinces of the Netherlands are called Holland. You have North Holland and South Holland. But the actual country is called the Netherlands. But from the old days, it is still known as Holland. So, yeah. Holland is okay, Netherlands is better. Because I don't live in one of the provinces of Holland. I need more TCA stuff. I have to order this week. I'll go for it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna assemble the nest. So for me, the idea is we're gonna attach an extra nest, but I am going to switch it around a little bit. So I'm gonna connect this one. I'm gonna take this one off, turn it around, connect it on this side, connect this side to the corridor, and then close this side off, so that hopefully they will move in this nest, and then the setup is complete again, as it should be. Martin, slide the donation link. Yeah, we have a new goal, and if you guys agree, I want the new goal to be 4 honeypots, and I'm almost finished with all the leaf cutter stuff, and then I want to focus on some honeypots. Lukey boy, what's up? Ebola, I am going to test something on Monday. So I'm going to test a shipping to one customer that ordered, but I had to, give them a choice to cancel. And he said, no, I wanted to wait. And now we're going to test to do a shipment to the US to see how it is going. So I am going to start building. You can see how I do it. So I place in everything dry. You have the lid here, all the pieces, and of course, I have a big box of bolts because I go through quite a couple. Easy thing to do, by the way, before putting a lid on it, put some water in the nest. Now it has some nice time to evaporate a little bit and to, not evaporate, to pull through the whole block. Especially in the beginning, it is very dry. So it's an easy way to get the humidity going. By the way, a lot of questions also asked. Yes, there are small channels in the bottom that make sure that the water goes towards the gypsum. So the idea is H connector on this side, blind on this side. Okay. Yes, make a 3D printer nest for honeypots. Well, it's gonna involve gypsum probably. Hey, Ed guy, what's up? What are you hydrating this nest? Yeah, this one is getting moldy in here. So we want to replace this nest. So we're going to do it live and see what happens. Hey, Game Burrito, what's up? Thanks for joining. Guys, don't forget, like and subscribe. Like the video now. It goes up into the views of YouTube, and we get more views. So, hey, we got a donation. I'm not sure why it doesn't give the name, but to who did that, thank you. New donation from Ebola. Thanks, bro. So that's gonna be for the honeypots. So 2 connectors done. The third one, we are going to connect this one. So we're going to take this one off, place it here, and then place the 2 nests back on there. You got Mermisio Sisters. No. Okay, guys. Are you ready? Ooh. And that's one. Now the other side. Oh. Wasn't completely off. Sorry, I'm doing out screen. There's one corner still attached. I didn't cut my nails today to make it a bit easier for myself. So, let's put it on. Hey, Coastal Ends! I have Fire Honey House Ria almost 2 years now. Oh, that's cool. So, pop the lid on, and now it's screwing time. What I normally do is to push everything down. I start with the middle. And don't forget, tight is tight. You don't have to over torque them. Then you take out all the corners. So that everything is pulled down correctly. Hey, Bigly. Honeypots. Which species are you getting? It kind of depends on what I can get at this moment. And I mean, it's a goal. I don't have a setup yet, so. Ooh. Let's go in for a walk. Don't forget, guys, I get so many comments on it. Don't over tighten the screws. It's not necessary. They are just there to keep the acrylic down, but don't push the acrylic down. Do you have Solenopsis geminata? No, they are not allowed in the Netherlands. They are on the blacklists. What if you don't want that? If I don't want what? Thanks, Fuzz. No, Coastal, I haven't started yet. It's I'm almost finished with the leaf cutter stuff, which is hopefully going to be updated this week. But I'm going to show you some of the leaf cutter stuff later on. But I was sick this week, so I wasn't able to finish my my plan. Well, it's the best way, but it doesn't really matter as long as you don't over torque them. So don't screw them down too hard. It's just to keep the plate from coming up when the ants are pushing. But if you pull them really tight, you can actually make like bumps in the acrylic, because most of the time the gypsum is a little bit higher than the printed part, so that the acrylic fits perfectly. It's really hard to get it flat, so it's better if the gypsum is a little bit higher. How many ant colonies do you own? 25? Where was it? 25, I think. Yeah. Hey, JK, what's up? So adding some extra water. Even my dad said he liked honey pot. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Well, we have a plan for it, but nothing is made yet. So let's see how they are doing in the outworld. Not a lot in there. And the nest is looking pretty crowded, so that's good. So I am going to get this bolt out, and then we're going to pick this one up, turn it 90 degrees, put it on there, and then connect the whole thing back over there. If you need testers, I'm down. Okay, cool. Hit me up if you have a prototype. Cool. Do you like those nests? You don't like them. Do I like those nests? Well, I produced them, so yeah, I like them. Do you have liquid drinkers for the Mimisia ants? Yes, that's these ones. Jaw drinkers. We have, of course, a bottle. Okay. I am going to get this one out. But now we got to watch out because there are some ants are in the entrance here. So I'm going to grab some tweezers. I'm going to pull the cover off, startle them a little bit to see if they can leave the exit so I don't guillotine them. So let's see what happens if I... Okay. That was actually an ant that just hatched, which is cool. Okay, I need to... I'm going to test some shipping on Monday. So it's going to take a few weeks probably after that, but we're going to test something on Monday. Okay, are you guys ready? I need to change it like this so that I actually have the space. So I'm going to take this one off, connect it here, and then connect this one over there, and then we're done. One end is just getting in. Let's go. There we go. That wasn't that bad. Do they really need more space? No, they don't need space. The nest is really dirty, but I'm gonna show it to you in a second. First, let's get the bolts back in. Yeah, it was easy, but it's also not a very crowded nest. And done. So now we're taking this one off, and you can see that there is fungus in those two chambers, and that is why we're going to take that nest off. And that is also why I am going to force them a little. So if they don't move by tomorrow, I am going to disconnect the nest and open it up and put it in the outworld. So let's see what they think. I am going to put the red lid on this one. And the nice thing about it is if they want to go to the outworld, this is the only way through. So now they have to pass through the nest. Thanks, Martin. Do they have brood? Yes, they do. They have brood in this back chamber here. But it's completely covered in ants at the moment, which is great, of course. I am going to give them some new water. Won't they move the nest? Won't they move the nest if it's infected with fungus? It's not directly bad. If it was bad, they would go to the other side of the nest. They didn't do that. Okay. Having a liquid feeder. There we go. Oh, I was I was printing and I was making. I had some half rolls of filament that I wasn't sure how to use, so made two color smileys. Halfway the black was empty, and then I went on with white. Rita is Camponotus irritans. Okay, time to grab some red runners. Are those fire ants? No, they are not fire ants. These are Camponotus irritans. Camponotuses are known as carpenter ants. And why is this? Well, they were found by a lot of carpenters living inside of wood. Did you give any thought about my proposal on a tiny smiley tray? Yes, I did. But as I said before, I was sick this week and I didn't do anything with them yet. All ants can bite, but do they bite really hard? They don't pierce your skin. Campo is the only species I've never kept. Any interesting species? A lot of them. Personally, I like Camponotus vagus, which I'm going to show in a bit. I like Camponotus nicobrances because of their growth rate. So, but there is tons of Camponotuses. Singularis is also pretty good. So now I have a problem. I'm now looking at the shelves and I don't have any place to actually put the setup like this. So I'm going to need to figure something out along the way. During the stream, I will grab them a couple of times to see if they are actually moving. They are very interested in the nest. As you can see, lots of activity. So that's perfect. Let's see how they will react. Let's put them in the background like this for a little bit. And we can grab some other colonies and put them in front of them. So I'm just going to start in the back with one of the colonies that we also said need an upgrade. As said before, I didn't have the time because I was not able to. Can you spot Rita? Yeah, she's in the big brood pile at the moment. So, have you ever kept Camponotus singularis? Yes, I'm gonna grab them in a bit. So, our Messer Barbarus. The Messer Barbarus are actually looking pretty good. They are getting ready for hibernation. So I was thinking of upgrading them, but I'm now thinking that for hibernation is actually better to give them a nest that is not too big, because then they can huddle up together real nice. Yeah, the nest is really packed, that's true. Yeah, well, I didn't have the time yet to try it. So, Messy Barbarus. Queen is right there. It's a large amount of... Whoa, there's a big major over there. But, yeah, Messy Barbarus. Okay. I saw a question about singularis. Camponotus singularis. And we have one who's there right away. Are we going to see the harps? Yes. There are no secrets anymore, so you will even see the clavata. How are they doing? Workers, 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 workers. There we go. Damn, the mites are very present in this one. Can you spot any eggs, guys? We had eggs last week, but I need to grab my list. Do singularis actually hibernate? List. No hibernation. Okay. There is some discoloration, but there's no fungus inside the nest, so that is not the problem. Let's see if we can spot some eggs. Do you guys see anything? Hey, Edcrest. I am afraid that we no longer have eggs. I'm always looking at some of them have them in their mouth, and they don't. Oh, that's sad. Okay. Queen is on the move a little. I am going to clean the outworld real quick. There's not a lot going on. There's some red runner stuff. Are they bigger than harps? Yes. Yes, they are. In general size, in length. They don't hibernate, no. Man. You want to see the Lundies. Well, the Lundies are giving me a hard time, and I'm going to show you something epic for the Lundies, which I wanted to surprise you guys with, to have it finished this week. Sadly, I didn't manage to finish it. So I'm also really behind on my video schedule. I'm not sure if I'm able to post next Friday. So I have a very busy week. And I don't have all the material ready yet. So, new red runner. Some nice drinks in there. Okay. So, Lundy. I need to find another space for these girls so that I can actually fit lengthwise. No. Crap. Let's figure something out for that. Because they make it hard on themselves. Okay, let's grab the Lundies. This is a filming challenge, but should be fine. So, brood chamber. The brood is the fungus is really going up and down and up and down. I'm not sure why. I am not sure why. What they did do is they cleaned up the whole tube. I'm really happy with that. But I have a problem. Because I was getting questions, do you have enough workers? Yes, we do. We have a lot of workers. Are they always happy? No, because they went through the barrier. So this is a big problem. I get so many escapees. Just see how many that are watching over there just to grab some stuff. So I'm gonna run into my backyard real quick. I'm gonna grab some leaves and we're gonna feed some. How do you estimate worker numbers? I have no clue. Too many. And I'm back. Hey, Campanico. Nina Tudu, damn. The fungus is my small part, does that too. The fungus in the big part, however, does not. It stays growing in a perfect pace. They go through the barrier because there's too much humidity. Yeah, I know. That's why I am waiting for my new setup that I'm going to show you guys in a second. Okay, so now the challenge is, how fast are my fingers? I need to get the lid off, but you see them, right? And yes, I have a handful of leaves and some flowers. I want to get them in there. I want to show you guys how fast they clean out this. So what I have, and you can see that I already did this afternoon, is I have a bucket with some lining on it where I put them in, and then I put them in the trash outworld because there they are not on the lid. So are you guys ready? Because, well, I'm going to push everything in, close the lid again, and then I have to grab all the escapees. So it's going to be fun. Yeah, a lot are going to escape. I know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys ready? You guys ready? Wait, what? None. None escaped. I'm getting too good at this. I did not expect that. Sorry, guys. I was thinking like they're gonna be everywhere. Damn. Okay. But now you can see how many ants that are actually in there. It's bananas. Again, people, thank you all for joining. As I said many times before, this channel is not possible without you guys. My company is not possible without you guys. So, what kind of ants are these? Acromyrmex lundi. Are they going to need a bigger box? Okay. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? I wanted to have it finished this week, but then I got sick, so yeah, I didn't. I wasn't able to, but I'm going to show you something epic. Okay. So this is the setup right now: trash pod, fungus pod, outworld. What are you doing there? The outworld is too small. The trash outworld is okay. The fungus pod is okay. The new fungus pod is ready. Yes, this is, let me grab one. So this is the standard outworld. So like this one. So you can see the actual difference. But do you see this? Because that goes over there. And then over there. And then it goes over there. And then it goes over there. Hey. Okay, okay. But then it goes over there. Then we have something for the future. But it's not in use yet. And we're going over there. Hey, another feeding area. Why? Well, why not? And we go over there. Hey, yep. Big outworld above the tetras. And so this is where my screen is. Sorry, it's a bit of a mess at the moment, but so this is where my PC is. They are going to be running above my PC. I have to fix something for some nice lighting there, but so this is going to be their main feeding area in the end. And then they are going to run. This is a new cap that I made. And as you can see, there's a hole. You can actually put a rope on it. And it goes down and it goes in there. Why is the cap on there? Well, if they bite through the rope, you can pull the rest of it out, place a new rope, and put it up again. When are you going to let them into this new setup? Well, I was supposed to do it this week, but didn't happen. So this pod is going to be ready here. So I'm going to make a tea for this pod. And then the new, old fungus pod, and then the garbage pod are going to be here and here. It does fit. I am going to make this ready, but I'm not going to connect to this yet because, well, their fungus is not big enough yet. So, because I'm not able to make bigger feeding areas yet. So that size is the biggest size that I have now at the moment. And that size is 20 by 20 by 20 in centimeters. So still pretty big. At this moment, there is 5 meters of tubing. Shits and giggles. Yes, I make them and sell them at thecraftingant.com. Hey, Milestone. Thanks for the nice setup. Today I built 2 large arenas and the 4 light and white tongue nest, and the other stuff is really great. Oh, thanks, man. The Neoponera, they are going to be... Yeah, we can grab them as the next colony. Probably. Yeah. I was hoping to see a little bit of cutting already. But I gave them the same amount this afternoon. And that's just funny because if you look inside the fungus, you can see really small... Yeah, it's hard to see for you on camera. But you can see really small pieces of pink flowers in there. So, but I will show you in about half an hour, and you will see this everywhere. Oh, they are actually bringing a piece of twig in already. What kind of ants are these? Aquamyrmex lundi. Okay, let's put them back. And we grab them later. Let's see, how's Rita doing? Parts are 3D printed, laser cut, and CNC milled on a CNC mill that I own. So no movement yet, but that's something that was to be expected. This chamber is completely full, by the way, also with brood. So we had a discussion on the Discord on the size, on medium and large, and I'm sure by seeing the numbers this afternoon that a medium would have been too small. Do you see your ants very often or only on Saturdays? Sundays, but no, I see them every day because they are right next to my desk where I work, because I'm a house dad and then I have my company. Thanks, Dicky. Where's the food? The food is in there, and I use Red Runner and sugar water. And sugar water is actually easy to make because it's 1 tablespoon of powdered sugar and 3 tablespoons of warm water, and then you can easily mix it. And it will stay good for about 2 weeks in room temperature. Subscribe, thank you. Nice. Okay, well, if you want to see some cool ants, let's grab some cool ants then. And something cool 3D printed, shits and giggles. These are Neoponera Villosa, also known as hairy panther ants or Texas bullet ants. And as a decoration, I printed that skull, which really fits them, I think. And these girls have actually been munching on that sugar cube for 2 weeks now. But I am thinking that I'm going to put a drop of water on it, and then it will make it a bit easier for them. As said before, they are also known as the cigar factory. And I am looking at the moment. We have so we have 1 cigar, but look at that pile of eggs. That is a banana amount of eggs. Okay, and do we have... I don't see the larvae. Last week we had larvae, right? Where did you go? Because normally they keep the larvae in the smaller chambers. Don't know exactly why, but it's their general behavior to put them there. They are hiding something there, so... Okay. For people that are new to the live, these ants don't take pre-killed food. So I am going to give them a live red runner. They are going to hunt it down. They are going to sting it and immobilize it. So if you don't like that kind of content, now is the time to leave. This is part of nature. So, is there any issue with the ants if they don't have eggs? It can be so many different things if they don't have eggs. It can be the cycle if they need hibernation. Um, Problems with the queen. Not enough food. Not the right conditions. So, okay, it is time to give them a live red runner. There we go. Okay, that red runner is not very active. I'm gonna grab another one. As you can see, now that it's not active, they also leave it alone. So, adding another one into the enclosure. It's in the corner there. It's behind the skull at the moment. I'm not able to film behind the skull, so. Do they live forever because they have a gamma gate? I don't think Neoponera has gamma gate. I know that the harps do, but they are not really going for it. Where is the queen? The queen is just a few millimeters larger than the workers, so she is kind of hard to spot. I'll check it out in a moment. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not a good move, dude. The red runner just went into the tunnel. Oh, she's already out again. Okay. Did the red runner go into the skull? That would be funny. Oh, I found the queen. I have never been stung by any of my ants yet. Is it hard to set up and maintain an ant farm? Depends on the species. Where do you get your red runners? Lucky boy, go to the Discord and you have Ants Sam there. He's also in the shop compartment. He sells red runners. Okay, I'm getting a lot of. Do you have bullet ants? Well, these are Texas bullet ants, but they are technically not bullet ants. But I do have clavata. How many species do you currently got? 23. Nico, do they ship to Europe? What do you mean, the red runners? You have to ask the guy. I'm not sure. How many workers are there? I would say like 100. Oh, I have found the queen. There she is. As you can see, she is just a bigger version of the other ants. Oh, you can actually see a larvae in the back corner there as well. Oh no, it's more eggs. So many eggs. Damn. But yes, this is the queen. So they are still hunting that red runner. How long have you been doing this? I've been doing this since January 2024. You can see right at the start of the tetras are going to be a bit later. We're kind of behind on everything. That's the other viv. So I'm going to do one complete viv and then I'm going to move to the other side. You have a coin collection. That's nice. I mean, how long have you been ant farming? For since January 2024, the same time as I started my channel. And the shop is opened in November. They're a bit confused about that red runner. It's on this side again. Well, I was 3D printing already for a couple of years. And then I saw an ant colony in a 3D printed nest and thought, well, I can do it better. And yeah, then I was like, okay, but how much is an ant colony? So then I bought my first ant colony, and the rest is history. It has been stung a couple of times already now, but it's still going. Just see how many workers we have. Well, this red runner is keeping up. What species would you recommend? I do currently have 3 Myrmica rubra and acorn /is Niger. Go for Camponotus. Fetchin koi, Nicobarensis, Crintatus. How do you deal with grain mites? We got a trick from Ebola with cucumber, but I wanted to test this week, but I just didn't have the time. Have you ever had escape attempts? I don't want to talk about it. Guys, to be honest, this week, I called Martin with a big problem. The Lundys actually escaped this week. I was going to keep it a secret a little bit, but yeah, it's no use in it. I didn't film it, but they were everywhere. The setup was open for about 2 hours. So there were a couple of hundred outside. Hello. Oh, look at that brood. I am happy to see that. How about you guys? Damn, that's a lot of brood. Vargas is 3 months. Yeah, I'm getting stuff ready for hibernation. Still need to figure out how to get everything. I bought a new refrigerator for it, or a wine cooler, because wine coolers are really good at keeping a constant temperature. So, have you been to Antcube? Antcube. Is that the one in Berlin? I always forget. If it's the one in Berlin, yes. I was there together with Aunt Oliver and Sid from Wakushi. So, Camponotus vagus. Do ants have their own justice system if crimes are committed? Ants are always one big family, so no. They are happy with the sugar water. Right on it. Yep. Okay, guys. We are far behind on schedule, so I'm gonna pick up the pace a little bit. Rita is not really interested in moving yet, which is fine. It's her decision. Did they get that runaway roach? Yep, it's cornered. So, on to the next. Are Camponotus lateralis. See if we can get them on their favorite spot. I always show it. Yes, they are still in the wood. Planning going there, so is their house just open? I don't think you need an appointment. Yeah, I think, but their information is on their website. I mean, they make really cool stuff. It's pretty pricey, though. I've never had a gelatin ant farm because gelatin ant farms are actually not good for ants. You need to move the Manica Rubita into a righteous red engine setup. I might need to. For Ruby. Ruby and her renegades. There we go. Hello, Amber Ants. Welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe, people. Okay. Let's give them some more water in the outworld. I'm going to reuse the bottle because I forgot to grab new ones. Well, Nico, the last few weeks, it's been hard in the lives. Numbers are dropping. I think everybody's going into hibernation. So they found the sugar already. Yep, but that's fine. So I know that this nest is pretty big for them. They had a big die-off. The voiceover is done. Ooh, I can't wait. Well, last week's video actually did really good, Nico. Still a large amount of brood. More brood over there. And then let's see if the queen is still in this chamber. She was there the last time. Yeah, she's over there, but it's hard to see. So, yeah. Keepers going into hibernation is very common. Yeah, but I do see that more and more people are getting exotic ants. So that a lot of people have less ants that go into hibernation themselves. Okay. Let's make some room for the next colony. Let's pick up some speed, people. If I am not mistaken, these actually need a new setup. But let's see what Ninituro thinks of this. Because it is a 5-queen Nicobrances. %90 of exotic also need hibernation. I might need to send you my list to see for you which I need to hibernate or not. So it looks like there's no brood, but the brood is right over there. So that's doing good. I'm grabbing a red runner for them. But this is a 5-queen Nicobrances that we got from the Ant Merchant. Don't forget, at checkout at the Ant Merchant, use code TCA3 for a free pair of soft tweezers. See that bottom plate you designed for the Lundy? You need a similar design so that you can showcase each colony that you have. Yes, but the problem is that one of those bottom plates actually takes up a lot of space, which I don't have. I've been wondering which of those ant species I get next. Campanodus nicobrances or Phyllolinotus. Which would you pick? Which is the best pick? That's a hard one. They are both fast growing. Nicobrances is bigger. So if you want to make content, if you want to make pictures and film them, Nicobrances is easier. Personally, I really like Phyllolinotus. I have one colony, the Renaissance. They are doing really good at the moment, and they're really cool. The other thing is they only have 2 sizes. So you have workers and majors, and that's it. Why do you keep Nico again and not a new ant species? Because I like Nicos. It's easy as that. So they have new sugar water and some red runners. So they are ready to go. Next up, the rice fields. Well, guys and girls, we are actually seeing less rice. These ants are also preparing for winter. Meow. Such a cool species to have. Acorn ants. Temnophorax nilandri. Gotta go. Bye. Bye, Matusli. Are you going to stick them outside for the winter? I have a wine cooler, and I'm putting them inside the wine cooler. Where's the queen? In there. She's really hard to spot. Same build, just a little bit bigger. There are not a lot of ants that need 6 months of hibernation. Mostly they need one season, and that's winter season, and that's about 3 months. Okay, I just dropped the smiley tray. Can we see the Diversa? We got 2 more colonies, and then we'll do the Diversa. Yep. Oh my God, what has happened here? This is not a good sight, people. I have no clue what happened here. This is our Manica rubida. And I see that the queen is alive, but the rest of the colony is dead. What the hell happened here? What happened? I need to check, but we had brood last stream, right? They have water. What the? I'm speechless. There's like a handful of workers, but and the queen, but yeah, I need to give them a new setup. Yeah. I don't see any mites. Okay. Damn. I am I'm a bit speechless. Okay. I will have to change the setup. I'm not gonna do that now because I have nothing prepared. But that's sad. Okay, I'm gonna put these girls aside. They are going to get some attention. Martin. So, next up, the annoying little buggers. The devils. They are still making a mess everywhere and still living in the test tube instead of the real nest where they put all the dirt. So, still don't know why they are doing this. These annoying little buggers. It's just weird. And again, whole outworld, so hard to get into. So I'm preparing some food. And hopefully I can grab some plates out of there when they are busy with the new food, but always a question. Okay, let's go. Okay. Nope. They're already trying to escape again. Buggers. They won. I've heard manica are sensitive to temperatures. They are not used to. Could this be? They have been in the. They have been in the VIF the whole time, so it's a bit weird. Where did they leave their eggs? They actually put their eggs in the tube there instead of the nest where it should be. Okay. Oh, I'm so annoyed by the manica. Clean a little. Okay, I'm gonna put Rita to the side for a second to make room for the Diversa. So I'm actually moving you guys up. Can I actually? Oh, I need to take you out of the clamp for a second. And there we go. So that you guys can actually see what the leaf cutters are up to. And then I have time to set up the Diversa. So as you can see, all the leaves are almost gone. And you can see the amount of leaves in the back. If my phone stand wants to help. Of course it doesn't. Come on. There we go. Nice. Okay, I have some wiggle room now, which is perfect. That fits. Nice. I could watch these ants for days. That's why I want the new tubing. It's going to be so epic seeing them running around from one side of the room to the other side of the room. Bringing on all the leaves. And this lighting isn't really perfect. The new setup is going to have better lighting. So, let's head over to the Diversa. I need to change the camera again for you guys. Whoop. There they are. Diversa. As you can see, they had sugar. And I made a mess with the sugar. And I don't know exactly why, but they also made a mess of the drinker. And I haven't been able to get those drinkers out because the swarm, as Ebola is already saying, is really going for it. Brood has also gone down a little bit, but nothing bad. We still have a ton of eggs and a ton of workers. Yeah, the Versa are epic. But they are one of the most inconsistent ant colonies that I have. Then they are exploding. And then there's a few. And then they're exploding again. And it's just weird. So this is the large nest. Let's check out the medium nest. Yeah, there's not a lot in there at the moment. They do have some humongous mages in there. Hey, Colleen. Did your boyfriend win? While you watch this nest, I'm gonna grab a dubia. How often do you feed the Diversa? Depends, but normally like 3 or 4 times a week. So, I finally got new dubias. With that, let's okay. Let's see how that's going. These actually also need a new barrier. But that's another challenge, giving them a new barrier. Add another queen. Why should I add another queen? Just look at them pile up on that thing. Yeah, but they are already on the lid everywhere, so. Ever considered making outworlds with glass? Glass is a completely different process of making. And shipping is a whole other thing. So now I'm going to stick to acrylic. But I am going to make bigger sizes. Cold pack on the lid. Yeah, I might need to do that. Yeah, but they just need a bigger outworld. But I just need a bigger laser cutter. I'm not going to give them seats at the moment because we want to focus on this. Okay, I'm going to put the diverse on the background. And I'm going to grab another colony. Because we still have quite a few to feed. So, the fetching koi. Hey, Bloxy. So we have one worker. Also, mites in there. Damn it. I really need to get going on that mite treatment, Ebola. Holy crap. Yeah, that's not good for This is Camponotus fetching koi. Damn, that's a lot of mites. Okay, we need to fix that tomorrow. I wanted to grab my phone, but I'm filming on the phone. How expensive are they? No clue. Okay, these are going on the blacklist. They need mite extermination. Juan, I already saw it. I'm working through it. At the moment, the vivariums are so full that I'm not able to grab everything real easy. So, our other messer colony. Bloxy, you have mites and you have mites. The mites that we're now seeing are grain mites. They don't look good, but they are not actually harmful for the ants. What they do is that they try to take over the food, and that's a problem. But they are not a direct threat for the ants. Well, these messers look good. Okay. The Rufa Nigra. A whole tube full. Oh, that's the queen. I'm gonna grab some caps real quick because I'm gonna take 2 dirty tubes off. Yeah, we did the Nikos already. Damn, already 1.5 hours, guys. Time is flying. Okay, so at least now a lot of the brood is actually in the tube. Of course, there's still some in the outworld. But there's also 2 big trash piles over here. So, yeah, I am going to take these off. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the setup, so I'm not placing new tubes. I'm just putting an end cap in it. Like that. And there we go. What a mess. Yeah, these are too dirty. Okay, let's give them some sugar water. The stacker development is not going. At the moment, we are busy with the leaf cutters. So the stacker is on hold. Okay, I'm just gonna drop in a cut up red runner because we already have so many plates in there. There's another elate there. It is a male. Or is it? Looking at the antennae, I would say that it's a male. Because if I look at the queen, the antenna is made out of 2 pieces. And this is made out of 1. I mean, if you look at the queen, her antennae has like a bendy piece in it. How do you call it? Like an elbow, like a joint. And this one doesn't have joints in the antennae. Yep. Male. Whoa. Remember that there was a dubia there? No clue where it went now. Okay. Should we do clavata? I don't give a lot of sugar water to the Carabera. Are beautiful, beautiful clavata. I haven't checked on her all week. Damn. Yeah, she had eggs from the beginning already. But they have turned color, which is nice. And she has been eating, which is nice. I don't know where my spray bottle is at the moment, so I am going to hydrate the outworld a little bit. No larvae, but it can take a long time for clavata. Yeah, in a second, Dan Crest. Bye, Munurali. I'm not sure how long, but long. Well, thanks, Michael. So, size comparison. My finger, sorry about the dirty nails. So it's bigger than my finger. And she is not stretched out now. She might be stressed out now, so I'm putting her back. More on her next week. Again, guys, thank you for supporting the channel. Me being able to buy this awesome queen has only been possible because of you guys. Next up, Denticulata. And they have boomed. Larvae, eggs, cocoons, and actually we can see inside the nest a little bit. That's cool. How do you introduce springtails? Well, you can buy them in little boxes and you just give it to the... Just put them in the nest. Springtails do like a little bit of soil. And normally when you get like a box of springtails, they are also in soil. They look deadly. Nah, they're your friendly neighborhood ants. Huh, they did make quite a mess with the jaw drinker. So they are getting a new one. Yeah, all species that make cocoons need some kind of substrate. I'm gonna try a trick with cucumber xeno for grain mites. If it works, I'll let you know. I'm just really behind on all my ant stuff. Bonjour, David. Hello, Antics NATO. Damn, they really are going for it. I'm from Scotland. Hello from the Netherlands. I forgot who was asking about them, but Campanodus nicobrances or Nodas. These are or Nodas, and I saw the queen. Real quick, there she is before she runs into the crowd. Still a lot of elates. There you go. Need to go to bed. Bye. Sleep tight. Well, here we don't kill ants, we keep ants. So, as we know from these ants, they are swarming again. Just look at that. The Renaissance. If you want to see their epic journey, look up the video Renaissance. They had quite a trip already. Yeah, Nico. It's actually a big audience in France, but my French is also not that good. Spain too, yeah. Spain, Portugal. Also Germany, by the way. I've reached out to a couple of German YouTubers. Have you shown the bullet ants yet? Yes. Campanico is also Dutch. Yes. What's the plan on releasing the video, Nico? Just curious, and I think a lot of people are. Hello, Connor. Okay, here we go. Time for a response. I need to drink something. I'm getting dehydrated. Working on your Spanish. I lived in Spain for a couple of months. Upcoming week. Nice. You would love to live in Spain? I was in the wrong village, but I have to say, I still need to go back. I was there for my internship when I was 18. So that is a long time ago. And I went there together with a classmate of mine, and we spoke a while ago that we still want to go there. So no, this is Camponotus. It's Camponotus. This is Fidoli Notus. But they have a lot of traits of Carabera, except for the fact that they only have one size majors. We have the ambition to live there in about 8 to 10 years. Catalan part. Okay, I was in the top. You have Bilbao and you have San Sebastian, and I was right smack in the middle, in between those two. But it's a really beautiful region. But it's the same height as the Catalan part. Okay, on to the next. Acorn ants. Whoa, that's getting fogged up real quick. Eggs. Queen. Acorn. Ants. And then feeding corridor with more ants. You would love to live close to Barcelona. Nice. Does he have immigrant pavement ants? Hey, misfits! No, I do not have immigrant pavement ants. But you had some problems with them? There's a lot of knowing people in here, so ask away. You need advice on to take care of them, yeah. I am not the right person for that. Up next. Tell me, guys, what are we looking at? Again, a lot of grain mites. Damn. Fusca. For Mega Fusca. Where is the brood? Not a lot of brood. No brood. I did make new sugar water this week. I'm not sure what's happening, guys. A lot of the ant colonies are not looking too great, so I have my work cut out for me this week. Acorns, do you add a hole? I don't do it. There is a little creature called I think it's a weevil. And that actually makes a hole and lays an egg. And then a small insect grows inside. And when the insect is done with the acorn, it goes out of the acorn. And then the ants take over. I live in the Netherlands, so in Europe. It's a beetle larvae. I think it's called a weevil. Do they have a cemetery? Yes. So, how are our cute little jelly beans doing? These are our Lasius flavus. They did manage to drag their food into the feeding corridor. That's not what you're supposed to do, guys. You know that. Hello, Roy. Misfits, if I don't need to, I am not feeding them a live ant or live insects, because they can harm the ants, and we don't want that. Most ants are scavengers and not hunters. That's completely true. So, Tetramorium bicarinatum, and whew, they are making it exciting. Digging a hole inside the cotton. So Tetramorium bicarinatum. A whole nest full. The escape risk is there. And they are already ready to go again. Let's prepare a tray for them. Where are the leafcutter ants? Ladies and gentlemen, it is Sadie. You're right on time, Sadie. I'm about to get the Cruntatus out. Yes, Cole has one of my setups. That's true. Daddy Cole. Can Tetramorium survive below 20 degrees? Yes, they can. So you don't want an outbreak of Tetramorium, because if they get inside your walls, they can give you a hard time, especially because they can inbreed. Well, he didn't buy anything. He was sponsored. Yeah, Tetramorium are a hardy species. You can meet a quick. I made a tutorial on them, a care guide. It's on the channel. So let me grab the Cruntatus. Here you go, Sadie. Nou, Camponotus Cruntatus. I had a colony. I got rid of the colony. And then I heard from Sadie, well, you need them. So yeah, I bought them again. And she's doing great. Problem that I have is that I didn't film her a lot. but she is a beautiful queen. Sadie, are you going to post any videos soon? We're missing content. Everybody's being a bit slow lately. Hey, antimatters. Same question for you, Jake. We want content. Lonely. I am so lonely. Well, Nico is going to post this week. He promised. Uploading now. Oh, guys, after the stream, go watch Antimatter's new video. Oh, guys, girls, get your sunglasses out. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. So, my daughter's Lasius Niger. Not growing too fast. Nice and steady. So, yeah, I would have never picked this color, but I'm happy that my daughter did. Do you have big-headed ants? Well, we have Fedoli notice. By the way, spamming the question doesn't help. Hey, Sadie, what do you say I should get next? Yeah, that's a question we had before. I personally really like the notice. Yeah, that's true. There's no wrong choice on that one. Complaining about questions, spams. Well, you don't have to watch, Ryan. You're free to leave. What ant colony should I get next from stateside ants? At the moment, I am not. I don't know what American ants are for sale. Because you also have custom problems now, of course. Okay. That's actually the egg sac that they pulled out of the dubia. Okay, I need to make some space for the harps. The biggest size outworld that you can make at the moment is this one. At the moment it's 20 by 20 footprint. I need a bigger laser cutter. That's my issue. And I am working on something, but it's quite a big investment. So the harps are at it again. Cocoons, larvae, eggs. I know it will pay off, but having the space for it is not a challenge. I've completely changed my garage. My whole production is changed, and I still am in the process of setting everything up. So it's a challenge. I need a custom outworld. Well, DM me what you need, and I can see what for your leaf cutters. Okay, well, okay. We need to move to the Tetramorium setup. Anyway, you missed something something epic already, Sadie. I'm gonna show it to you. Same for you, Jake. What are the small white specks that are running around? Those are springtails. And they help keep the mites away. Problem with springtails is that a lot of ants also like to eat springtails. So that's another thing that's a bit annoying. So I am disconnecting some power cables and stuff so that we can actually move around a little. Because, Sadie, remember my leaf cutters? The Acromyrmex Lundy. Well, this is the side of the fungus pod that they have now. This is going to be their extension. So you see, that's the outworld, that the small outworld that we have. This is going to be the big fungus pod. But as you can also see, there's a pipe there that goes through the wall. That goes up. Goes to the side where there's going to be a small outworld where it's going to run across my desk. This is going to be for ventilation, maybe some port later on. More piping, another small outworld, more piping into a big outworld. So this is an outworld 10 by 20 by 20 by 20. And I was hoping to get it connected this week, but so this is my desk. They're going to be running from one vivarium across my desk to the other vivarium, and they're going to have 3 outworlds. And then so this outworld is going to be disconnected. I'm going to put that one over there, and then the fungus pod and the garbage pod are going to be over there. And then I'm going to have this one ready to connect when this fungus pot is full. So yeah, there's going to be rope in here. I made special caps where you can attach rope. There's also ventilation in there. And you can just pull it out, and then you can place a new rope. I know that Lundies are pretty good at climbing, so I might not need the rope, but we'll see that when we get there. And I was trying to get it done this week, but I got sick, so I'm behind on schedule because this is also going to be the next video. So yeah, that's gonna be one epic trail. Yep. Okay, so time for the last colony of the day. And that's actually looking pretty sad. It is our Tetramorium bicarinatum, better known as the tetranators. And they are just not doing great. I think I'm going to have to detach those two nests because everything is in this nest now. Yep. So this is actually also, it's all capped off the stacker that they were testing. But it's not looking good. We had 3 full nests. And now it's just 1 nest. And as you can see, they're also not really testing their or eating a lot from their food. I gave them that yesterday. I do see that I need to give them some more water, which I'm going to do. But it's their natural rhythm. But I had 3 nests full, and now I have 1/2 nest left. Is that their natural rhythm? I think 6 times as much ants in there. Okay. Yeah, it is worrying. Yeah, look in the back there. That's 3 days. Oh, look who's coming out. Our clavata. Yeah. Yep. Paraponera clavata. It's the biggest ant we own. And this is made completely possible by you, by donations and by all the views on the channel. All ant sales, so all the colonies that I sell, all the donations, and all the YouTube money goes back into ants. So I was able to buy this queen from that money. And of course, the setups are sponsored by my company, so yeah. Okay, let's do one final round. I'm going to switch the camera around, and it's end of the stream. But are you able to keep weaver ants? Are they too difficult to keep? They are able to. You are able to keep them. I had a few tries, made some mistakes, did not give him enough attention. So yeah. Tubing. There's another outworld. I haven't made the connectors yet for the pieces. So, busy times. Okay, let's spin you around. Thank you all for joining again. Yeah, I had a bit of a sick week, so I didn't do too much end-related stuff, sadly. So I'm also not sure if I'm going to get the video ready for next Friday. Might have to postpone a week. But yeah, looking forward to the leaf cutter setup. It's going to be epic. And I have plans for extensions, but it's it's a problem with my girlfriend. Let's put it like that. So thank you all for joining, and hope to see you guys next week. And Sadie, give me a DM. I will we'll talk. So thank you all, and see you next time at the crafting end.